in boxing. Man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Let's talk some boxing. Oleksandr Usyk is talking his shit, sounded very confident, says he won AJ and Usyk. AJ and Tyson Fury. Let's talk about his chances about beating both. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video. And, Tyson Fury already said he don't have any ambitions on fighting him, all right? He don't bring nothing to the table. He don't bring no money to the table. All Usyk is a high-risk threat to Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And he been going around saying he going to beat both of them, promising it. So, he a skillful guy, good cruiserweight. I think I could put him in the pantheon of great cruiserweights. I don't think he quite a Vander, but good fighter. He had some fights at heavyweight already. People forget he fought Joe Joyce. He was in the World Series of Boxing, whatever the fuck they called that. They was calling that, not the tournament, but it's a little pro-am thing they got going on that for when you had to be an amateur as an Olympian and it kind of give you some pro skills. Derevchenko was 23-1. His only loss came to Brian Carlos Castanos. Lomachenko had some pro fights over there. I think he had 4 or 5. So, yeah. Some of these professional records can be deceiving. Rasheed Warren fought in it as well, too. But we got to see. Jazz Weatherspoon, I wasn't impressed with that fight. I wasn't impressed with the opponent. But guys like him tend to up the ante or up their skill level to their opponents. If I had to give him a game plan, it'd be tough for Fury. Start off there, I think. Thing about Fury is, though, consistency. Fury is like going to a restaurant, and I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. Fury is like going to a restaurant where sometimes you can tell when with certain cooks there. You be like, damn, motherfucker, damn, this filet mignon tastes good as motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay. But then you come in the afternoon, or lunchtime, it don't taste the same. That's Fury. Fury has yet to defend his title. People forget that. Fury has never really been a champion. You're not a champion until you defend your title. And that's what the old timers used to say. But, with Usyk, he got talent, but is he, dudes that made the jump to heavyweight? Is he more like, Michael Moore, Michael Spinks, even dudes that made the jump from light heavyweight? He more like them, or he gonna be like Thomas Adamick? Which Thomas Adamick, I fucking forgot in my head. I just made myself think about this fight. I remember on HBO, if my memory serves me correctly, he plummeled Chris Arreola. And I was so confident Chris Arreola was going to whip Thomas Adamick, if my memory serves me correctly. And he handled him. And then he ended up fighting Vitaly in Poland, I think it was. Or somewhere. It was somewhere. And Vitaly ended up, smashing the shit out of Thomas Adamick. But is he going to be more like Thomas Adamick or more like Moore, Holyfield, or Michael Spinks and get a title? You know what I'm saying? So that's the question. And all of them was special. And I think all of them is special. Plus Usyk, every one of those I named, I think has some type of special traits. People say, oh, Thomas Adamick. Anybody that jumped from light heavyweight and they can go to heavyweight and get a title shot in any era in boxing, you got my respect. Because a lot of dudes can't make that jump. Roy's and the Birds and, everybody, a lot of guys can't make that jump. That's just my humble opinion. But you got to see what Usyk made of. I ain't one of them dudes that just hate Usyk. You know what I'm saying? I do think his style is amateurish. He got a gap to close there. And he can close it with skill. You know what I'm saying? He can close it with skill. He going to have to be that front foot fighter. He gonna have to really be active, a lot of body work. He got to beat dudes with his speed and his intellect and his IQ. And guess what? He got that package. So it ain't the realm of possibility if he go up there and whoop everybody. Because he got all the things you need to do. The only thing that he's lacking for me personally is some size, which all the guys I named pretty much lack size. But he probably lacking some size and, power. You know what I'm saying? I think he can generate more power. He just pity pat slap with his punches. you got to generate some power and defense. You know what I'm saying? The way he fight, he can't get touched as much as he usually get touched. And he get touched as much as he usually get touched because he offensive. So a little bit more conservative, I think a little less offense, a little bit more power. What I mean by that is sit down on the shots a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Sit down on them body shots. You know what I'm saying? Jab a little bit more to the body, come to the head. I think he can do some things in there, man. I'm not opposed to him going up there and beating them dudes. I think it can happen because he bringing something to the division that, I think only Tyson Fury brings to the division, and that's just technique, athleticism, and a great skill set. Who else got a great skill set like that? None of them yet. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need a great skill set to be a great heavyweight. If you got the equalizer, I got the power. Like Deontay Wilder. You got the power like Deontay Wilder, then some things can go in your favor. So that's the difference about the heavyweight division, man. So, I think for Usyk to hang Jermaine with Tyson Fury, I think it happened. Fury just so inconsistent in his performances, man. And a lot of people say that's a sign. I think Dre Berry came on and said that's a sign of roids or peds. Not saying the young roids or peds, but that's a sign. You know what I'm saying? Inconsistency. He ain't never put, great performances versus great fighters together, So he ain't never defended the title or something that people don't understand. So Usyk got a chance just based on Fury being inconsistent. Usyk gonna come in shape. He gonna have a good camp. He got to fill out at heavyweight. Chisora would be a great way to introduce him to the real division with his power, his aggressiveness. But to break down Fury, you know what I'm saying? He probably performed better than, he definitely performed better than Wilder did in the rematch. I don't think he was right. He could do it. Jab to the body, to the head. Because Fury ain't never seen nobody like that. Nope. He ain't never seen nobody like that. Like him. So he got a chance. If AJ fight like he did with Andy Ruiz, it's gonna be a very difficult fight for Oleksandr Usyk. That movement, but he got movement too. But I just think AJ looked a lot more crisp. He looked like more technical. He looked more comfortable. He looked more healthy. So he gonna be a problem. He ain't gonna generate the power that he need to generate. It's not gonna be a fight I want to see. I'd rather the old AJ come back and try to pummel Usyk in this fight. But if he come and stick with the game plan of dropping the weights and getting on his toes, it's gonna be a tactical fight. And I think he gonna give Usyk all types of trouble. If he just learn to sit down on his, both of them motherfuckers, and out that style that they fight, that at least Joshua fought versus Andy Ruiz. He learned to sit down on his shots, AJ gonna be a problem, for anybody. If he learns to fight tall and sit behind those shots and, get that uppercut going and maybe touch somebody to the body a little bit. But the thing about it is the one dude that can speak that language, two dudes that can speak that language in that division is probably Tyson Fury and Usyk, guy that you got to see because he your mandatory. So that'd be an interesting fight to see if he fighting that style. Or does he beef back up for Usyk, which I would say he need to beef back up and just pummel him, But it all started with the jab for AJ versus Usyk. Using that jab, giving him something to think about. You keep that jab in his face with his height and his reach over Usyk, you should be able to bring it home. You know what I'm saying? But Usyk gonna lose angles though. You know what I'm saying? And if he able to take his power, AJ can't clip him. The beefy AJ, the one that's souped up, and Usyk get to touching that body, he get into a rhythm, yeah, he can get his ass whooped. So I would probably, if I'm his coach, I would probably try to perfect the style he fought in with Andy Ruiz. Just tell him to, pick his shots when to sit down on his shots. And the guy that was good at that was Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Floyd knew how to mix the soft shots, the touching shots with the hard shots. Them the dangerous fighters. The counter punchers and the guys that know how to change the speed of the shots and set up shots. Ward, you know what I'm saying? They'll allow you to sleep with their shots. Usyk is a guy that just pity pat. He might mix some hard shots in there. He just don't commit to his shots like that. That's how AJ fought versus Andy Ruiz. He just wanted to touch him and get out of there. You got to commit to your shots. You got to plant, throw hard. Wilder just throw hard. He don't know how to switch it up. Tyson Fury probably one of the best in the world at doing. You see how he touched Wilder? You know what I'm saying? Touch, pow, hit him with a hard shot. Touch to the head, pow, hit him with a good body shot. Those guys is dangerous, or the guys that can counterpunch. If you're a good counterpuncher, that means you probably got good timing, and you're gonna beat a lot of these dudes that's awkward like Usyk, because that means you can punch with them. That's how you're gonna beat Usyk, punching between those shots. You know what I'm saying? That's how you beat guys like that, man. Guys that fight with a rhythm. You know, a rhythm movement, move side to side. That's how you beat those guys. They throw a whole bunch of punches and bunches. Pacquiao, that's how you beat them. You punch with them. A lot of dudes scared to punch with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you beat guys like Usyk. So I think it'd be interesting. I think he got an uphill battle, speaking on Usyk, within, versus either one of them. But I'll give him a chance. I think versus Ford Fury, I'd probably give him a 35% chance. Versus AJ, I'd probably give him a 38% chance. I say a little bit higher for AJ because I don't know which version gonna show up, to be honest. And I just think he's still struggling to find an identity. He been hurt before. He been knocked out before. He been dropped and stopped in sparring. Not saying he a bad fighter or nothing like that. He still got over 60% chance to win. But just think that's a bad style for Fury. I mean, I can go even higher for Fury than AJ because he inconsistent. He never defended his title. AJ had some title defenses, so I just think Fury's style is the one style that matches really well with Usyk do it to be. His height, his reach, his feints, his jerkiness. Usyk and Fury are one of a kind or two of a kind at the division. Nobody else I've seen fight like them. So they fight like they got a smaller fighter skill set. So we'll see, man. But I'm looking forward to any fight at this point. I'm in Ann Arbor right now. If two motherfuckers get to fighting at this park, man, I'm gonna be out there rooting like a motherfucker. Throw the hook. I need some fights. At this point, man, I'm about to go make the dog. Kobe came over yesterday. Our dog I gave away, and he came over yesterday. And him and Miles was playing around. It was fun. I'm gonna record it one day. But hey, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. But hey, follow me on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. One time for the one time. We go.